This video is your confirmation that you're on the right path, that things are aligning for you, and that you don't need to worry about how things will happen, how things will align, because everything will align for you just at the right time. And all you need to do is to have trust into the path you're walking on. So, what are the signs we can recognize in our lives that we are on the right path? The first sign you can recognize you're on the right path is that you notice little alignments in your daily life that, like energies around you, are helping you to achieve what you want to achieve. Sometimes we just meet the right people, right? Sometimes we just experience the right information. Like a video appears on your feed, you watch it and you receive a certain clarity about what you need to know. Or sometimes you're working on a certain project and you come across a certain roadblock, you don't know how to remove it, and suddenly you meet a person which gives you just the right advice to overcome that roadblock. It's a sign of alignment. When things are aligning like that, it's your sign that you're on the right path. The second sign you're on the right path is that you don't allow obstacles to stop you. You know, when we are meeting the roadblocks, when we are meeting the challenges in our lives, often we just feel a need to quit. We just feel like, oh, what I'm doing is just not for me, or, you know, sometimes things start falling apart. But now you feel that inner fire, you feel that you can overcome anything. You feel that whatever comes across your path is there to teach you something new. So you feel kind of inspired to learn, you feel inspired to grow, you feel inspired to expand yourself. So you can see what else is possible for you, how much you can develop your gifts and talents to experience your greatest potentials. So you don't allow obstacles to stop you, you rather use them to expand yourself. You use the obstacles to become your greatest version. So many things are aligning for you. The third sign that you're on the right path in your life is that you care less than ever before about what people think of you. This one is huge because so often we may lose ourselves in that monkey mind of negative ideas and negative stories we start to think about ourselves. And of course we start thinking what other people think about us, how people see us. And if you truly allow that part of you to control you, you will always be a victim of something that is not even real. Those are false stories. And when you start caring less about what people think of you, it's a sign that you're on the right path. So how's that? You know, when we start doing something that is important to us, we put more of our energy to that project, to that thing, to that passion, to that mission, which means that we are caring less of all other things. And it also means that we start caring less of what people think of us, of all those negative thoughts, stories, ideas. That's why when we invest more of our energy to something that is more important to us, we suddenly let go and release all the negativity, all the tension, all the blocks, which were before so hard to overcome. So you see, let go of something can happen when you focus your attention to something new, to something which is just more important to you. And that's where you will start caring less about what people think of you. So this is something truly important, but at the same time really simple. Because, for example, when I've started working on that YouTube channel, I've noticed that I have some fear, like what people will think of me. But more I was noticing how much I'm growing, more I was becoming passionate about what I'm doing, less I was caring about what people think of me. And suddenly I've noticed, well, I just don't have that fear anymore because I'm not feeding it anymore with my energy. So that's a beautiful realization, how to know that you're on the right path. You've stopped caring, or you care less than usual about what people think of you. Another powerful sign you can notice in your life that you're on the right path is that you feel motivated, you feel energized, you feel inspired, you feel driven and excited about what you're doing and where you're going. So it doesn't matter if you have certain goals, if you have a vision about what you want to achieve with what you're doing, whatever is that thing that seems really, really important to you right at this moment. When you feel truly energized about it, vibrant, motivated, it's a sign that this is the right thing for you. Maybe the results you will experience may not be the ones you actually want, or they will teach you that it's, sometimes we're dreaming about having that amount of money, but what we actually want is to meet the right people, or we actually want to experience more sense of freedom, or whatever it is. Doesn't matter. When we feel motivated, energized, vibrant, excited, it's a sign that you're on the right path. Even if your end goal will change, if your destination will change, it doesn't matter. It's never about the destination. It's always about that energy we experience as we are moving on that path. Everything we are learning on that path, that's what matters, because that's what is building us. That's what is helping us to expand ourselves. So, of course, we will get everything we need in order to make it happen. But truly, the most important thing is how much we grow on that path. So, if you feel motivated, energized, excited, inspired, it's a sign that you're on the right path. And if you don't feel motivated for anything, you don't feel energized about anything, then it's an important time for you to really reflect your life and see what inspires you, what motivates you, what gives you that sense of joy, what you feel truly passionate about. Because I see often people don't have an idea about what they are passionate truly. And it's an important time to get our lives together, to truly ground ourselves and to ask ourselves, well, what I feel drawn to right now. Because we often like to distract ourselves with all other things, but not often we truly sit down and we'll get into that conversation with ourselves. So we can get deeper into our soul, so we can sense where our soul is guiding us. That's why it's so important to take time for ourselves and to nurture that relationship with us, so we can start to sense where we feel naturally drawn to, because that's what will motivate you. It's not about external motivation, right? About money or results or whatever we were talking before. It's about that sense of calling, like when you feel called to do something, when you feel naturally drawn, like attracted towards something, when you experience that sense of excitement, like when you feel inspired to create an artwork or to start a certain project, that's what is there for you. And if you will truly do something about it, you will experience more ideas how to keep up with that. And if you will stay consistent with it, you will create that great momentum, which will start building up and building up and building up, and you will start evolving, and you will start experiencing more and more synchronicities, which will be telling you that you're on the right path. And you will start manifesting results you wish to see. And you will start to see that your life is actually changing, and you will experience so many beautiful shifts in your life. So always keep up with that. Always follow that feeling. The fifth sign that you're on the right path is that making decisions, deciding for something hard seems much easier. And it is actually an important sign where we recognize, for example, when we're passionate about something, it's always much easier when it comes to heavy decisions about something we're passionate about than about something we don't actually care much. That's why you can notice that when, for a certain aspect of your life, it's much easier to decide, even heavy things, to take the best possible decision about this aspect. It's a sign that this is the right thing. This is the thing you need to work on. So truly pay attention about this. When something feels like you kinda naturally know what you need to do, you kinda naturally know what kind of decision to make here, what could be the next steps, and you feel driven to it, for it, you know that you're on the right path. The sixth sign you know you're on the right path is that it's really easy for you to get into that flow state. The flow state is, the state where we lose the track of time. And we kind of lose the sense of what we're doing. We're just doing it because it feels so good to do that. Like painting for me, I lose the sense of time. I lose myself in it. I'm just doing it. I'm just flowing in it. And I'm in love with that process. It's same with filming those videos. I just love to do that. I fall into flow state and I start flowing with words. And when we find something that puts us into that flow state, that's how we can notice that we are on the right path. Whatever can help you to get into the flow state. It can be a sport, it can be writing, singing, dancing, drawing, painting, researching, studying, anything, whatever puts you into the flow state. It may be deeply connected with your soul mission. That's where soul becomes aware of itself. In the flow state, we become aware of the pure present moment. That's why we lose the sense of time, because there is no time in the present moment. That's why we lose the sense of space. It becomes infinite when we are completely present. That's where the soul becomes aware of itself. That's where you realize who you truly are. And that's why this state is so beautiful. So this is a sign that you're on the right path. Whatever can help you to get into the flow state, it's a sign that you're on the right path. And the thing is, the right path may change through life. In the past, what helped me to get into the flow state were sports. I'm coming from extreme sports. And I was really, really passionate about it. I was doing it all day long if it was possible for me. I was all about that. All I was thinking was just about that sport. And at some point, I've noticed that life is leading me to another way. But, that was a chapter of my life. It was a certain phase of my life. And now I'm in other phase of my life. So the thing is that in each chapter of our lives, we'll find something that can put us into the flow state. And if you're able to find it, that's how you know that this is the right path for you. Each path is eventually leading you to where you need to be. But to find something that puts you into the flow state will make that path much more interesting, much more fun, much more joyful. And you will know that. The seventh sign that you're on the right path is when you just notice that there's less stress present in your life. You've noticed that what you're doing provides you so much happiness, so much of that good energy that there's less stress present in your life. You've noticed that you've fallen in love with life. What you're doing is something that truly brings you that sense of happiness. That's a sign that you're on the right path. If you're not experiencing that, it's an important sign to notice in your life that there is actually a greater path for you. There is a greater way to live your life. So take time to nurture that relationship with yourself, like I said before, so you can notice where you feel drawn to. Right now, many people are waking up to this. And many people are wondering, like, how can I become more aligned with myself? I see many people have started working on their passion projects. I notice that in the comments so often. And when I'm meeting people in person, I see so many people have started doing completely different things. Like something that truly inspired them. Something that they feel truly in love with doing that. So that's something truly beautiful. Like people are waking up to their natural things, natural callings. Well, that's why I'm here. I want to do that because I just feel that I need to do that. And when we sense that, it's a sign that we are on the right path. So it's also a sign that you should stop caring how things, like the results, will find you, because eventually you will learn everything you need to know how to make things happen. Of course, we need to stay open-minded and open-hearted, so we can be open for the science and lessons and knowledge and wisdom that needs to find us. For example, if you're a passionate artist but you're struggling with finances, it's important to balance our minds. Artists are always really, really open-minded, really right brain thinking, constantly creative, constantly out of the box. But then we have this other aspect, the left brain, logic, and we need to learn to organize our thoughts, and we need to learn to structure the ideas so we can also monetize them, so we can start earning money with our great ideas. That's why it's important to balance these two aspects, and that's why we need to stay open-minded but at the same time ready to do something unpleasant. So when you know that you're on the right path, it will be much easier for you to learn something you need to know to make happen what you want to experience. Everything will happen exactly how it needs to happen. So my friends, you're on the right path. If those things are happening to you, that's how you know that you're on the right path. I'm wishing you all a beautiful life, my friends. Let everything align for you. So my friends, I'm sending you lots of love, blessings and power. Have a beautiful day, and till next time, one love.